Gemma Tognini disses Harry's selling Spare film dream after Sussex PR stunt collapses. No one buy it. According to a report, Harry is considering selling the film rights to his recently released book Spare. However, Gemma Tognini claims a number of people hate purchased Harry's book, and that doesn't mean they will necessarily watch it turn from page to screen. Harry could give the film rights to Spare, but just because Harry wrote a best-selling memoir doesn't mean it will become a blockbuster. You've got this bestseller, but I would also argue that it doesn't even indicate that Harry and Meghan are popular. There's hate purchases in there. I know people who are like, I can't stand it, but I have to read it, so I don't necessarily think it's going to be a blockbuster. It depends on who produces it. It depends on what kind of scripting there is, casting, production, and marketing. I have a little bit of sympathy for Harry because he's clearly a broken man-child, but at what point does he actually get to have some kind of closure and deal with his demons? He's just an angry little turd throwing potshots at everybody. GT Communications' Gemma Tognini says Prince Harry doesn't know who he is. After the royal was likened to an actor as an expert remarked, he looked as though he was pretending to be happy in the US. Harry is a huge joke in America. They must have pulled the sugars. It's our royal family, not theirs. Prince William is thankfully the firstborn and will one day be our king. America don't have a say. I, for one, feel truly blessed William is the firstborn and therefore the heir. There is no one who wants to buy a lie filled with envy and disgusting lust. What Harry needs is Mrs. Greedy Meghan Markle. They belong to each other. Bron Coy added that while there is clearly a deep Sussex fatigue, at present, whether you love or loathe the pair, there is still plenty of public interest in them. We're all still watching. Whether you love or loathe them, we're still getting such a rare look into the palace dramas direct from a source. Coy said it's concerning, however, that the Sussexes don't seem to have a long-term Hollywood plan or strategy and have burned too bright and fast to have any longevity in Tinseltown. They've burned so bright and fast with their royal secrets and it's only been a few years. Where does it go from here? What is that long-term strategy? So we're interested, but how long can they grip us for? The possibility of the Sussexes brand taking off has been referenced by royal commentator and expert Daniela Elser. The conversation arose once Ms. Elser started referencing Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop success and the chances of Meghan Markle attaining the same. Quote, there's also the fact that Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop works because customers are buying into Gwyneth Paltrow, as she's known to shoppers, acolytes, and fans. She also went as far as to question whether outside of Meghan's zealous squad, will consumers be eager to part ways with vast reams of cash to similarly buy into a lightning rod figure? The chances that she and Harry have made over the last 2 years have meant that they can't really be any sort of mainstream, selling stuff in Target type brand. In the eyes of the general public, their names are now associated with anger and family hurts, with toxicity, and also with difficult but at times important questions about race and the media. After Harry and Meghan stepped back as working members of the royal family, they continued to work in tandem, establishing Archwell and inking deals with Netflix and Spotify together. Professionally, for the most part, where there was one, there was the other. Now, Meghan has signed with powerhouse talent agency William Morris Endeavor. Harry did not. It seems, as Marie Claire reported on recently, that Meghan is poised to become a one-woman show in the near future. For his part, Harry has projects of his own that he is dialing into. According to OK, Meghan is being advised that there is no future professionally with Harry and that, according to an advisor, she needs to break away from the colloquial brand Sussex. They feel that if Meghan does more on her own, she'll have more opportunities to save her career. By save her career, they're likely referring to bouncing back from the collapse of the $20 million modified deal that she and Harry signed in 2020, which fell apart last month. Too much publicity. Meghan is distraught over this modified snub and the fallout that has followed. It's totally knocked her sideways. She can't believe she's been attacked so viciously and so publicly by one of their execs. And to be labeled grifters is an utterly humiliating and gut-wrenching all-time low. It served as a brutal reality check that things really do need to change to save their popularity.